guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making. Today I'm going to do a bit of a mini haul, and then we're going to do a different kind of Mother's Day card. So stay tuned for that. We'll go through the haul first. It's not too much. I went to ScrapFest last weekend in Kitchener, and I bought a few things, not too much. It was a little bit, I feel like, smaller than it was last year. They had way more stuff last year, I feel like. Or at least more deals or better things. I saw some stuff I already saw or bought last year. And then I was looking for some Christina Warner products because I've been wanting to buy a few of those, but I don't want to order them over the border if I don't have to. But I didn't see any of that this year. And I think I bought one waffle flour thing, but I've bought a ton of waffle flour stuff last year. So we'll just go through what I bought. Do I bring the pile over or do I do this one at a time? Let's just do this one at a time. Okay, let's start off with the paper pack that I said I wasn't going to buy because this is so pretty. It's from 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It's from 2023. But yeah, it is such a cute color palette. It's all like dusty roses, slate grays, sage greens, and navy blues. And it's called Winterland. I don't know if Echo Park has a coordinating stamp set. That might be interesting to see if they have. I'll Google it afterwards. Usually, I won't say usually they do. Sometimes they do for their paper packs. They have stamp sets as well. I think this one would be cute to have if they have, especially like this polar bear and maybe the Arctic fox or something. But the prints on it are, again, just super cute, super adorable. It comes with the extra little pieces so I can make some quick Christmas cards, which is good because we are behind, guys. I actually sat, I don't know if I said this before in another video, but I sat and made like 24 card bases just using some Just Crafts templates and some papers I had on hand, which you'll kind of somewhat see tomorrow because we'll be doing a Christmas video for the 25th. So stay tuned for that as well. Lots of exciting stuff this weekend. I don't remember where I purchased this. But it was 20 bucks. They only had a couple of them, and I couldn't put it down because these are adorable. This polar bear, I think, is what sold me. And the penguin, because my mom loves penguins, so maybe she'll get a penguin Christmas card this year. So I got that. I bought a few Olos, just a couple. I got the Cool Gray 7 and 9, which I didn't have yet because I'm still working on my Copic markers for those ones. I also got a black. I should get another black just to make a full black marker, but I actually don't use black too often, so maybe I would get another one of the Cool Grays and just kind of like make a different set out of it. We'll see. And then the purple. I haven't tested the purple yet, but I thought it would be good to have. Let's see, because I don't have any like good purples. I have a wide variety of purple. Yeah, I think this is the purple I was looking for. The retailer I bought this from, again, I don't remember who it was, but they only had a couple of markers on hand, and they were the only ones I saw that had them. So I grabbed these ones for sure because I know I need them soon because I threw out my C7 recently for my Copic markers, and my C9 is pretty much dead now anyway. And then, yeah, I've just been struggling to find like some good purples in my set. So I got a few more of those, and then I went to Glitter and Ink, and I got a piece of paper from my mom for a project she's going to be working on, and then I got the Woodland Trio dies, because these are so cute. I really wanted this set when I saw them come out. I know they have a bunch of accessory sets, but I really just want the animals. I have similar sets that I've bought off of Amazon, but they're like small little critters. These ones are a bit bigger. They probably measure, let's see, with the head on. Let's use a ruler that makes more sense. Let's see, that's 1, and I have 2. It's about 2.5 inches in height probably when they're done. This one says it's about 70% scale. These ones say about 85% scale. So if you add maybe a little bit more height to these, that would be about how big they are, which is about 3 inches for the tall-eared ones. But we're gonna do a cute card with this today. You'll see. Actually, like when I bought these sets, I wanted this set specifically for the deer, which we'll be using in tomorrow's Christmas video. And the squirrel's kind of cute. The hedgehog, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with that, but I have an idea for that one now, so stay tuned for that at some point. Maybe in the summer. I have all my cards planned, or not all of them for the year, but like a good majority of what I want to do, so it's kind of hard for me to put some things here and there, but I don't have all of the months scheduled yet. But July is usually Christmas videos, you know, and then August will be Halloween stuff for launches and whatnot, but not for the whole month. So maybe in August we'll do something with these. I absolutely love trash pandas is what we call them here in Canada, in Toronto. Anyway, probably throughout Canada, but trash pandas, adorable. Foxes, also cute. Skunks are alright. I saw one on the weekend at my sister's house, just chilling in the backyard. But I came up with an idea for this one today. So we will be making a card with the skunk today. Which you're like, what? You're making a Mother's Day card with the skunk? Yes. Yes, I am. And then I went to Stamplicity and bought 2 more dies. These are my receipts, by the way. I spent $85 at Glitter and Ink and another $80 at Stamplicity. We don't need to keep these receipts because we don't need a reminder of the money that's sitting on the credit cards right now. Anyway, I got the Waffle Flower postage collage frame dies. I was going to pick up the stamp set too, and I was like, you know what? I probably wouldn't use the stamp set as much. I would rather just cut the frames out of like a solid cardstock, whether that's foil in gold or like nice browns, craft, brown, black, whatever. You know, you can do these in any color. But I thought I would get more use out of the dies. Plus I have the postage collage die, the stencil set for it, the blocks frame for it. Like, I have everything, so I figured I would get this because I feel like this would make cute little cards as well, just like making little scenes in here. We could like mimic other like famous portraits and make them into cute pictures, which would be fun. I think you want to do your own, draw up your own little starry night. My mom and I went to a paint night last weekend as well on Friday, which I also kind of wanted to make into a card. I was thinking about doing that for today, and then I switched my plan because I had another idea. So we'll have to put this on my list of ideas, which I have on my OneNote app on my phone now. Not sponsored or affiliated, but it is handy to have, make little checklists and stuff. I've separated all my lists out and everything. If anybody wants me to do a separate video on idea lists, let me know. We'll do it. But anyway, so I bought this, and I don't know why I bought this. I just thought it was cute. I've seen cards made with it and thought it was adorable, the little dumpster fire set. So I feel like this would be good for like encouragement cards, just something to send a friend if they're having a bad time or whatever. But you can do your dumpster in whatever colors you want. Green is traditional, blue if you want to do a recycling bin, black even. You could do whatever you want, make the flames different colors. It also comes with like a stamp set. So this stamp and die set is like my favorite bad idea, slightly on fire but absolutely killing it. Everything's fine if you ignore most of it. Your meltdown is safe with me. Let's skip today and try again tomorrow. Sending warm thoughts, like really warm. And if you're gonna burn brightly. At least we are in this together. And certified hot mess. This is all shown at 100% scale. So this is the size of the die. So I thought I might try to make a few of those before the market next weekend, but we'll see. Anyway, on to today's card. That's pretty much all I bought, guys. So not a lot, but I did spend quite a bit because die sets are expensive. $38 for this. I mean, like with the exchange rates and everything and shipping and whatnot, it probably comes out to the same anyway. So, but when you pay in US dollars, you don't think about that until later. But yeah, so I am going to make a card today with a skunk and flowers because I thought of Bambi when I thought of doing a skunk card. I cut out a few extra flowers from the mini fall floral set. I just did 2 of these ones specifically. I was just thinking we could put them in the bottom here. I cut out this pattern paper from when I had in my stash. This is from an old Michael set when they had like this paper. I think this is 33 GSM and 90-pound paper. I think it was something like that. There's 2 different numbers you need to know for papers. So the lesser one was 33, and then the other one was 90 for sure. I'm looking for this type of paper for envelopes. I bought some Astro Brights paper, but it's 24 and 80, I think it was. So it's lighter than this, not quite as thick, and not exactly what I'm looking for, but it will do for envelopes for ones that I'm just handing out anyway. Ones that I mail, I just cut out of my 65-pound cardstock from Michael's. But anyway, so I cut that out with my arch die, and then I just cut another piece with plain white so that I can just kind of ground it and give it a little bit more stability. And then if I want to pop this up on foam tape, I probably will on the card base. And then I was thinking we could ink blend these pieces of the flower, which I'm just gonna lay out here. And these are the backings. I have the sheet. If I can find, my binder. I printed these out a while ago. These are like the layering things. The honeybee ones are amazing. But it tells you what layer to do your stuff in, so bottom to top. So I'll be using that as well for my ink blending because I want to make sure I'm doing it right. I'm not sure if I want to do them. I might do them in like this blue color and either the pink or the purple. We'll have to see what my ink colors are like. I feel like I have ones that match these a bit better. But yeah, so anyway, and then I have all of the skunk bits here. So most of this card is just going to be assembly of die cuts. So if you just want to fast forward through and just go to the assembly of the card itself, you can. If you want to watch me assemble, you can also do that. It looks like it's going to be fairly simple. I like it when die sets have areas that line up so that you don't have to do too much thinking. There's a little bit of fuzz on these, and yeah, so I'm going to be making a floral Mother's Day card inspired by Bambi today. So I will fast forward through this and then do my voiceover. I have to go grab my inks and stuff anyway, so I will skip to that and we can get to it. Hey guys, so voiceover Liz here. So I had a really fun time with this card actually, and I love how it turned out. I keep looking at it just now even, and this is the day after I'm doing the voiceover, but it's just really cute. It's very like, you know, desaturated colors and stuff, so it's still not too like loud and out there, but I like the concept of the let's take some inspiration from a movie and, you know, do it loosely, because this is a very loose inspiration of Bambi and Flower. Bambi's not even included. You could include Bambi if you wanted to add the deer to this as well. Just put both of them on here and people might get confused, but anybody who is a Bambi fan would probably understand the concept. But I'm still, you know, in my die cutting era. I really love how these dies like layer up. This flower has like 5 layers on it total once you get to that like final last petal, and there's just like so much dimension, especially when you're using like a thicker cardstock. I'm using the Hammer Mill, I think it's 100-pound cardstock, the bright white one. It's always linked in my videos down below from Amazon. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. I use it for everything from my card bases to my coloring to my die cutting, for everything. And then this time around, I'm ink blending. If you wanted to, you could start off by cutting out like a lighter colored cardstock and then ink blend the other layers. Like if you had the lightest pink and then you just wanted to add more pinks to it, and do it that way. That way you don't have to go through so many different colors of cardstock. If you have all the colors of cardstock, that's fine. I just have the Michael's Recollections cardstocks for color, so I do have a wide variety of color, but at the same time I don't have like 10 shades of pink that I can use together, because their pink pack comes with like 3 that probably work together and then another 2 that are a little bit off in like tone, or they're just like not the same kinds of pinks. Like there's like a magenta and a baby pink. Like you're not gonna put those 2 together in one flower. You could, I guess, if you wanted to, but I try to keep my florals like tonal when I do it. So I did one in the more bluish purples and then one in like a desaturated blues. So I think it was Morning, Twilight, and Galaxy was what I used for like the more blue tone, but it's like a more of a desaturated blue. And then again for the purples it was Heather, Iris, and I forget what the third one is, but it's like that set. I think they may or may not be sold together. I'll link them both in the description below if they're not. But they're really good ink cubes to have, and they just went well with the background colors. I feel like maybe I should have also done a pink flower to go with it, but I didn't have the pink inks to support that. Like I don't have a lot of pinks. I don't use pink a lot. And then again, like these colors in the background pattern paper that I was pulling from are a little bit more desaturated, and the pinks that I do have are more saturated. Even like my markers, like I don't have a ton of pink markers that I could use, so it was like kind of hard for me to pull in those colors. I probably could have used a little bit more of the brown tones, or played around with maybe ink blending with a pink and then maybe going over it in a lighter gray or a lighter brown to see if I could desaturate the color a bit. But maybe I'll do that, like, you know, off camera, just to play around. And then these woodland creatures are so adorable, so easy to put together. You just look at the picture while you're working on it and everything works out great. So the only problem I have with these die sets is they don't include a bear, because like to me bear is a woodland creature too. I guess it's more of like a larger woodland creature, whereas these ones are all smaller-ish, except a deer. A deer is a fair size. Otherwise they are like the smallish creatures. But I think you could make a bear using like a mixture of items from these 2 sets. Like if you were to use the hedgehog face and then the body and everything, but maybe not like the back hairy bit or whatever it is. I'm not sure what you call that part of the hedgehog, but it could also be a porcupine. It says a hedgehog on the website. I did check because like, oh, maybe I have the wrong character, but it is a hedgehog. But you could use it as a porcupine, and you could use it for other things, which I'm going to do. Again, I might try to make it into a bear anyway in another video if anybody's interested in that. We'll see how we can alter our dies to make them fit other types of characters. And I think it would be easy enough to do. Especially because you have like the round ears. Even if you were to use the, you know, the round ears of the skunk, I don't know if they're the same as the hedgehog. I feel like some of these dies between the sets are the same. Like even like the bodies themselves, because they have accessories that can like go between. So I think that, you know, even if you wanted to cut multiples of these, if you had both sets, you could do like the belly portions and the like bodies and arms and stuff together, because I think they are probably the same dies, but they included them each set, so you didn't have to buy, you know, both. But you could buy both if you wanted to, which is what I did because I needed them all. But yeah, so you'll see here in a bit. I am going to add a little bit more to this. I also felt like the image where they used like a lighter gray for the eyes, it was kind of creepy. So I did do his eyes in a brown, but they were also too light, in my opinion, for the card. So I did go over that brown with a darker gray marker, just again to tone that color down. You can do that as well. If you want to darken any of your cardstocks, just use either a darker shade of the same color, or you can use grays or a contrasting color to kind of like change up the color of your cardstocks. And that is just like another way to get more use out of them. And without having to buy, 10 shades of one color. I usually buy multi-packs from Michael's when I buy cardstocks. So I'll either get like an all purples pack or an all blues or a mixture of like ocean tones, and they're like minty greens and teal blues kind of thing. So I just buy a mix match of whatever, and then whatever I can't find in cardstock I usually have in my inks or my markers, so I can do it that way. I do prefer to use ink over markers just because they blend in and even out over time, whereas a marker could look a little bit streaky. Even after sitting for a bit, I find that sometimes alcohol markers, when they soak into the paper, it kind of like leaves a bit of texture to it, which as long as you're fine with that, it's cool. But if you don't like the look of that texture, then you're not going to like the look of your dyes. And then for the flowers, I just popped them at the bottom again. I wish I maybe would have done one more, but it's not terrible. Maybe I could have done 3 flowers that he was like standing in, and maybe even added a pop of yellow. But it would have to be like a very light, like maybe a pastel-y yellow that would go with these. Or again, just like a pink or like a really light brown, because there's some browns in this pattern background as well. I also added in some little extra bits here with my Posca marker, just adding like little like lines here and there to indicate that it's fur. And then once that's dry, don't do it as fast as I did because I think I smudged one of them a little bit. But if you let it dry, you can very carefully go over it with your alcohol markers to tone down the white if you think it's too stark. I used like a C5 marker, I think, to go over it just to tone it down because I thought it was a little bit too much. But it's a good way to add the highlights without adding stark highlights. And you just, again, want to be careful with your markers because it does kind of dissolve because it's like acrylic paint a little bit. So as long as you're just touching it quickly over them in small areas, it will work out fine and you won't damage your markers. So again, as long as you're careful, go ahead. I could have also taken a gray marker and done that on the white parts, just like a couple of little lines here and there to add texture, but I decided to leave it. I added some highlights to the flowers as well. And then the mom sentiment afterwards, I added like 3 small dots with my glitter gel pen into the left side of the M, the O, and then the other M, which you probably won't be able to even see in the photos, but I'll see if I can take an angled photo where it shows you the 3 dots, and I'll post that up on my Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, that's pretty much our card for today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, because we'll have a Christmas video tomorrow for the 25th, and we'll be using the deer for that one. I already have a pre-made card bases, so I'll probably just toss it onto one of those, but maybe I'll flip through those as well, so you guys can see what I've done. And then I might do another video later, kind of similar to what I did last year, where we just made a ton of cards in a video. We just chit-chat through it. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and until next time, thanks guys, bye!